All right, looks like I am live. Let me just make a quick check. Good stuff. All right, hello and welcome back to the Traders and PJs family. Hope you guys have been doing well. I'm extremely excited for this video because obviously I did very well last week and I'm excited to recap it. Today's video is week 11 recap, my second $10,000 profit week in a row, $1 million trading goal challenge episode 13, and it is July 13th, Monday today. Feel free to ask questions as always anytime during the lesson, keeping in mind the GFAST mentality. The chat is safe, so I'll read your questions when I get a chance. If you're unable to catch this video live, just feel free to comment your questions or things you want me to talk about in the future in the comments below, and I will get to them when I get a chance. As always, the 5 ways to support the channel are 1, like, comment, and subscribe. And I also recommend turning on the the bell notification since I go live at very random times. Still not consistent yet. Number 2 is share this with others that might find this content useful. These are both free. And then the other 3, 4, and 5 links are in the description below. As always, never required but always appreciated. And the disclaimer, remember everything said on my video is just my opinion based on my experience trading and is for educational purposes only. Trading is very risky. Nothing I say is advice or recommendation. Please read the description and trade at your own risk. Now, I made a modification to the format for these videos going forward. You know, I will no longer be just recapping the trades from my small account, just because hopefully after 11 weeks of very reckless trading, I've shown that $100 can really go very, very, very far in terms of trading experience and trading education. I always recommend people to trade paper trade, which is trading with fake money first, before you trade with real money. But if you don't have an emotional connection to the fake money, or you just don't get excited about trading fake money, then just start with as small as $100. Really, I've traded it for the last 11 weeks. I still have money in that account. When you trade stocks, it's very hard to lose 100% of your account. And, hopefully I've shown that $100 can go really, really far. But, as I've done better and better in my main account, I've really just not given the small account the amount of attention it deserves in order to do well. And so it's really pointless to just do random trades and then recap the progress to you guys every week, because they're not going to be good trades anyways. So what's the point? What's the learning experience? Really, the learning experience from that whole little side experiment was to show you that $100 is more than enough to start trading. As a beginner, you're going to lose money anyways, and so I highly recommend just using $100. Get the learning experience, and then as you get more and more comfortable and more consistently profitable, moving into larger, increasing the size of your portfolio. Now, I didn't create bullets for this slide this week, but I'll discuss the trade that made me $10,000, actually more than that, $16,000 on the next slide. And going forward, this will just be the main trades I make every week, just generally in my small account, in my Webull account or my Robinhood account. And I think that's just a lot more simpler, a lot easier, and it's a little bit better cost to reward really for me, because keeping track of that small account was taking a lot of time, and it was not giving you guys a lot of benefit anymore at this point. So starting for this performance since inception, which is the main slide for today, there will always be ups and downs when trading. That is why it's important to have very good risk management. Now, I mentioned before that I don't recommend trading hype stocks, especially as a beginner, and for me as well, trying to stay away from them. Unfortunately, I keep getting pulled into them. Last week, as I said, the trade I made $10,000 on was the Tesla play. This week, funny enough, I made $10,000 trading Amazon. And then today, July 13th, which I'll obviously recap at the end of this video, I made $20,000, which is another new milestone for me trading Tesla today. And so let's go recap last week, which is the week of July 6th, and then we'll talk about July 13th at the end of this week. So I'm no longer going to be tracking kind of like the referral shares or whatever. I'm just going to be tracking the portfolios in general. And so the small account, you might be wondering, like, how did you go from negative $50 into positive $6.5 in 1 week? And the answer is quite simple. I did the 2-year promotion on Webull, and I got, luckily, my raffle ticket was selected, and so I actually got a share of Google, and that share of Google went up a bunch, and so it wiped out 100% of my losses from my small account, and now I am up $7, which is really cool. And I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to sell that Google share and then start trading actively the Webull account, and haven't really decided yet. You guys will know, obviously, as I continue to decide what I want to do with the small account. But on the main account, you can see that I am now up $15,900, and compared to the $4,300 last week. And now you may be wondering, wait, how come it only shows a $38,000 portfolio when you, let's see, last week, when you showed on last week's video that you had a $34,000 portfolio. And as I mentioned constantly, here we go, adjusting my main portfolio size. This answer is quite simple. I just took, I don't even know how much money that is. You can do the math yourself. I took a bunch of money out of the account just because I'm still, as I make more, I am going to take money out of my Robinhood account just to make purchases in my personal life, or to invest in or move it to my long-term portfolios. So that is why I'm keeping track of the amount of money I am positive versus the percentage, because the percentage is going to just fluctuate a ridiculous amount all the time, and so it's not really useful. But I do like tracking my long-term portfolios and my percentages because I just like seeing that grow. Obviously, every month at the first of every month, I get dividends, which is nice. I'm currently gotten like $30 in dividends so far. The JP Morgan account is now up $290 or 7.3% versus the 7% last week. The M1 Finance account is now up 13% versus the 12.5% last week. And now let's dive into the trade that obviously the main trade I made this week that I want to recap, which is the Amazon trade. So where is it? Excuse me. So unfortunately, with Robinhood's amazing history tab, it doesn't have my entry, and so I can't show my entry price. So you have to unfortunately just take my word for it. But I did exit at 14.9 for the 2995 2980 debit spread. That is freaking amazing. That is a $15 spread, and I exited at 14.9. So basically 100% max profit. Maybe like, what is that actually? I'm just gonna do the math. 1490 over 1500. That is a 99.3% of max profit that I took, which is freaking fabulous and amazing. So I sold it for $34,339, but that doesn't mean much to you. So the average price I entered at was $7.65 per contract. And when you subtract the exit price of 14.9 and the 23 contracts that I held, I made a total of $16,675 from that one trade. Now you may be wondering, okay, then why are you only up 11,000? Well, sadly, I am a trader, and my other trades lost me a few thousand in that week. But luckily, my Amazon more than covered the losses that I made that week. And all right, so let's talk about why I entered this trade and how you can learn from this trade so that you can catch these trades in the future in your own trading. Really, that's the main value from these videos, right? And so let's go through that, and that is from this headline. So I always have Twitter open while I'm trading, as well as listening to Trading Fraternity or Stock Market Live, in order to just get news, because news is the biggest catalyst for stocks, right? And so I saw this on July 6th, last Monday, at 10:40 a.m. This Amazon was not even on my watch list. I was not even thinking about it after I made that great, I caught that Tesla play, luckily. I was like, okay, I need to be safe with my money now. And unfortunately, the universe just keeps on wanting me to invest in hype stocks. So I saw this headline, and then I saw it at 10:40, and it's for the first time. Keeping in mind that. And so this is July 6th, as you can see up here. And 10:40 is right around here when it was trading about $3,003. And I entered a debit spread here at 2995 2980 for $7.65. So it's above my max profit already. And my thinking was, I'm thinking like the average retail investor. They're going to see that headline as well, not just me. And the reason I love this user, this Twitter user or handle or whatever, that Twitter channel, I don't know what it's called, because they're really, really good at getting you news early, right? This is 10:40 a.m. and it happened when literally like 10 minutes before it hit 3,000. And so I saw this headline. I know other investors are going to see this headline, and so I made a bet that people are going to rush to Amazon in the near future, and it's gonna never come back below 3,000 because that is a really, really strong psychological resistance or support, right? And I was mostly right. I'm not gonna say this play was never gave me a heart attack. As you can see on the next day, Tuesday, it did touch and break below my 2995 max profit line, but never really came close to my break even, which is 2980 plus 765, so 2987.65. And so as you can see, as the days went on, it really never came back into danger zone. I was always at least had $20 of safety. And then on what is this, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, on Thursday, right? Thursday, it was already up $75, and so I had a ton of cushion at that point, and it was up $140 on Friday above 3,000, and so that's why I was able to easily take basically max profit on that trade, and make $16,000 from that one trade, which I'm very happy with, obviously. And you know, this doesn't mean like I'm an amazing trader or I'm a genius. There was a lot of luck involved, right? And at the end of the day, trading is, you can only try your best to think how the market's going to react, and then play your trades based on that investment thesis or idea, or aka why you entered the trade. And so that's it. It's a pretty short video, hopefully. Let me see. How long is this? 12 minutes. Well, a little longer than I thought it would be, because I was only talking about one trade. But that was the main trade I made. I made a few other trades that didn't pan out. Obviously, that's why I lost a few thousand. But that's all I wanted to talk about. And hopefully you guys can take that knowledge and apply it to your own trading. I will say that I made a Tesla trade today that made me $20,000, a new milestone for me. And I'll talk about why I made that trade at the week recap, this week's recap video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate those of you that do attend live. I see that I already have 4 likes, which is a lot for me at the start of the video. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are able to take advantage of, you know, how I traded Tesla and how I traded Amazon these past 2 weeks, and then kind of think about how you can take advantage of that, what I call fundamental news. Or actually, that was technical news, funny enough. But I consider news a fundamental event. Fundamental news, credit and debit spreads. Honestly, I think on this Amazon play, I actually should have done a credit spread, because then I could have collected the credit of the 50% profit of the amount of money I invested, and invested in that also, and then I could have made returns on that too. But I mean, no need to be extra greedy. I would say if I were to redo this trade, I would have done a credit spread on the 2995, 2980 put credit spread instead of doing a 2995, 2980 call debit spread. And that's obviously, hopefully you guys understand put credit spreads and debit spreads and how they work, and why, you know, I would want to do that. If you don't understand, feel free to ask questions in the comments. It looks like I'm the only viewer, maybe, but maybe I'm not. So I'm going to stay on for another 30 to 60 seconds. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Please paper trade until you are familiar with your brokerage platform and are comfortable with the stock market and consistently profitable for 1 to 2 months. If you aren't on the live stream, always feel free to comment your questions below. And as always, may volatility be ever in your favor while you trade this week. Thanks, guys. Thank you for watching. Okay, so it's about 14 minutes. I'll stay on for another few seconds. Any questions? Excuse my sniffles. Alrighty, looks like there aren't any questions. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at next week's recap video. Take care.